Hey friends, welcome back to another adventure. I'm Dustin with Dusty Outdoors, and this week we find ourselves back in the Black River State Forest. I just got to my campsite and we're going to do some fishing. Before we get to that though, I'm going to get a few things set up on the Nissan to get it set up for camping in. So the first things I'm going to set up, which I'm pretty excited about. All right, I got some window vents that are specific to the Nissan Xterra. And I picked these up from a company off Etsy. The company's name is Visual Auto Works. They weren't the cheapest things, but they're going to be sweet. They got the little mesh in there. Now, I don't know if he makes those for like every car model known, but he makes them for a lot of cars. So if you guys are interested in something like that, I will put a link to the website down below. I'm not sponsored or affiliated with him at all. He doesn't even know I'm doing this. I just bought those and I like them. And then tonight, once I get in to go to bed, I will actually put up my window coverings. I do have window coverings now. I bought the full all the windows, the full kit from WeatherTech. It was a little over $100. I think it was like I don't know. It was around 150, I think. I won't use all of them tonight because I'll leave the side facing the woods and the scenery open. I'm going to grab a quick snack and then we're going to see if we can catch some fish. I have kind of started on my own little health adventure. I guess a guy could say he's been getting a little soft around the edges. I'm sure there's others out there that know what I mean. So I'm just trying to eat more healthy. I'm starting off with trying to go straight keto diet. I don't plan on being on that forever, but to get me off of the processed foods and stuff, I'm just going in with the keto, and then after that I'll just stick to like a whole foods diet. But I'm just gonna have a quick snack, a very cringe-worthy snack to most of y'all, I'm sure, but hey, I like them. So I'm actually gonna have some sardines. These are wild-caught sardines in oil. They're lightly smoked. We're gonna slap tonight's supper out here to start thawing too. So Lauren does not like when I eat these. She don't like the smell of them, anything about them. I've never had sardines before in my life until I started this. I'm just gonna try them. I'm probably gonna absolutely hate them. There's nothing about that looks good to me, but it was something that I knew that with traveling a lot for work and camping out, I could keep in the vehicle and it'd be a quick, easy snack for me. So I tried it and I love them. I love them. Let me know down in the comments, guys, if y'all like sardines. Oh, there's a honker right there. All right, let's head down the trail. I haven't been down the trail yet. I know the mosquitoes are bad. Really bad. They've been just eating my ankles. Well, guys, let's see if we can walk up or down the river here a little bit. This is kind of tough because it's a real steep bank. So we're going to go try to find a little better spot. This stretch of river's kind of giving me worm and sinker vibes, but it's always fun to cast a lure anyways. Well, I've been fishing here for a while, guys. No such luck. I was packing up to head out of this spot and I got all tangled up in somebody's monofilament line. And a lot of it. Unfortunately, they just left it here. Well, so far, we got about 50 mosquito bites, 1 wood tick, at least that I've found, and 0 fish. So I've been at this very campsite before on the channel with the truck camper, and I really like this campsite. And I'll let y'all in on a little secret. I thought I booked this campsite, but I was mistaken. I booked the wrong one. So we're in a different one, but it's all right. Back at camp, and we're gonna set up my little burn pit here so we can do a steak over it. All right, for supper tonight, I picked up a beef chuck eye steak from a local meat place to me. We're gonna give that a try. No, it's not the most prime cut of meat, but the price was right for how much you get. So there is a whippoorwill, which is a bird if you didn't know. It's actually I think they're endangered or getting really close to being endangered, something like that. But it's a whippoorwill. And that whippoorwill, you hardly ever hear him anymore. Man, does that bring up memories. So when I was very, very little, I used to sit on the front porch with my grandpa Roger. Early in the morning, the sun was just coming up. And he lived in a valley. Behind the house was a big hill, and then right in front of the house was the road, and then a big hill up. And we used to sit on the front porch, just me and him. I'd be sitting in his lap or right beside him. I can still remember it. But we'd listen to a whippoorwill. Whippoorwill would go, and then Grandpa Roger would whistle, just like the whippoorwill. But it's such a fond memory of mine that I don't know if I've ever showed you guys, but I have a whippoorwill tattooed on my arm right here. You know, at a distance or a quick glance, it might look like an owl, but it is a whippoorwill, guys. My grandpa's unfortunately no longer with us. It hasn't been for many years, but it's just a memory that I'll always have. But that is why the whippoorwill is on the short list of my favorite birds, because of the memories I have with my grandpa listening to one. You never hear him anymore, hardly ever. That's probably the third or fourth time in the last 6-7 years that I've heard one. All right. So I did move that to the ground just so I wasn't dropping anything out the bottom of it and burn the picnic table. It's not exactly the way you put it on, but I like putting it on like that. You're supposed to like prop it up, which actually I might do that this time. Last time I couldn't do that because the wind was the breeze was a little too strong last time we used this, so I had to get the stake down in that heat. But we should be able to use this just like this time. There we go. This thing's just falling apart here. Looking good, real good. Oh yeah, I can't even fold it without it falling apart. For the price, not bad. I do like my my normal steaks that I get though a little better, but they're 2/3 more of the cost. Sitting here eating this delicious steak. Way far away now, so the camera won't pick it up, but I can still hear that whippoorwill going. Kind of flying all over the area, but the closest was when I was able to capture the sound. So I did recently take down my venison. So when I harvest a deer, I'll quarter it and cut the steaks out and all that stuff, and I'll keep it in the freezer till long after deer hunting. That way my deer doesn't accidentally get mixed in with anyone else's deer or anything when I do send it in. But I did take in all my trimmings, venison trimmings, to get made into ground venison. I get a little beef tallow put in mine. It just helps the flavor, a little less gamey. And we'll have that, and we'll use that for all things ground beef until next hunting season. All right, well, we're in the Nissan now, and you can see I got my WeatherTech form-fitted coverings up. I left this one open. That way I got my little vent here, and I'll put a fan here if I need to, but right now I don't need to. And then that way I got a nice view when I wake up. But this is facing away from the road anyways. I'm getting this slowly but surely the way I want it. Eventually I'm going to have a rooftop tent, and this can all be storage in here. But I got a plan tomorrow. We're going to hit up several different little spots to wet a line at. Kind of in this area, Black River Falls area, but I'm going to try to remember the spots I used to go to and see if we can visit a few of them and see if they look the same as they did, I don't know, 10 years ago. But I'm pretty wiped out, and I'm going to get some shut-eye, and we'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning, friends. Slept good last night. It actually cooled off pretty good. Those vents work amazing. That was the first night that I've slept in it with those vents. Just getting her wrapped up, ready to leave. Filled up my water bottle. We're going to head out and see if we can find some good fishing spots. All right. Well, unfortunately, on my way back towards home from the Black River Falls area, I stopped at 3 of my normal places that I would have stopped back in the day, and all 3 places were occupied. There was little families already fishing there. I'm guessing it's probably like the first weekend where there's a lot of schools off, so the kids and families are out with their kids fishing and whatnot. But we came back to where across from where I used to live at that spillway. We're going to give that another try. I got the right lures this time. And then I'm actually going to empty this little guy. These are all like this is the stuff that came with the fishing pole. So I'm going to empty that stuff out. I tried a couple of these things and they do not work great. I'm going to put my trout fishing lures in this, and that way I can just carry this in my back pocket. All right, I got a number 2 on here. I'm going to switch and go down to a number 1, a MEPS. All right, so that's what we're using. I drove back from where we camped yesterday, and it was just real busy. Everywhere I went was pretty crowded. I like having the place to myself when I fish. I know that's a little selfish, but... So we're gonna fish here, and then I got one more spot that I want to go to and give a try. I think I'm gonna try a different color. This might be a little loud for this area. So I haven't used this lure yet. So what I'll do is I'll actually take and bend the barbs down. I don't like to use barbs when I'm trout fishing. Let's see if we can move downstream a little bit. Oh, I just had one follow it, guys. I had one follow it. All right, there might be a little pool down here. Jesus, grass is still soaked from overnight. Nope, a little too shallow there. Probably getting just covered in wood ticks. Let's go try under the bridge. So this is public hunting and fishing grounds. Oh, we just got to try to stay out of the wild parsnip. Cottonwoods are dropping their stuff right now. So that's a cottonwood right there. There's fish down there. I just saw one come to the surface. Of course, there's that snag right there. It's really hard to film here. It's all just jagged rocks. I wish I had my waders. I'd get right in. Oh. Man, this snag is just not great. Let's try to get around this snag. Problem is, the little pool I wanted to fish was right on the other side of that snag. Yeah, I definitely need to get my waders. It does look like somebody's been here recently. Ooh, there's a bunch of fish that just See, like that's all shallow. So that would not be great. But right underneath this bush, that would have been good. See, a fly would float down in there. I'll give her a toss just for the heck of it, but ideally I'd have my waders. Then what you do is you start downstream and work your way up, casting upstream, reeling down towards you. What the heck? I just lost my lure. Got stuck on a rock. Or I'm gonna have to go in for that. Dang it. Ooh, that's cold. This is extremely rocky. It hurts. As I sit here editing this video, I can't help but laugh at myself because my memories of this, I was so young and small. I definitely don't remember feeling this heavy walking through the creek barefooted. And if that stance right there doesn't just look old, I don't know what does. It's also still extremely cold, so my feet are now starting to ache just from the cold. Got it. All right, we're back in action. It's filled in pretty good on each side of the bank here, and it gets pretty shallow. There's a couple deep holes way back, so the creek goes this way and then turns that way for a little bit. But I'd have to get up on this side to go over there. And that's private property now. That's actually the private property that I used to live at, that I talked about on the last video. And try to do it without getting caught in these branches. Yeah, see, now I'm even dealing with the grass getting stuck in my reel. We're gonna try out a different spot. All right, we made it to this bridge. Normally underneath the bridge is pretty good. Getting down to where you can cast is not that easy. Sometimes you can even see them if you just peek over this bank. Let's try it. So there's one. There's one up here. So the fish are down on that side, and I'm gonna come down on this side first. There's some fish down here too, but pretend like you didn't see that. I don't think they like the color of this today. There's one Meps that I really like that's all black with yellow dots on it. Of course, I don't have one of those right now, and Walmart didn't have one when I went to get it. Ooh, I thought I had one. Thought I had one, guys. I got a log trout. I mean, I got nothing following it. I had a couple fish follow this lure at the spillway, but nothing would commit. Next time I'm at Bass Pro Shop, I'm gonna look for that little black with yellow dots meps. My foot was just moving, like something was pushing on it. I think there's a mole right there. It was just pushing up on my foot. All right, let's get to the other side. Wonder if I could cast off the bridge. Angle of approach would be a little steep, is the problem. Yeah, they do not like this lure. So this is the correct lure. I've caught them on this before, but it depends on the day, what they're in the mood for, how bright it is. You know, color matters a lot. I don't have the color I want right now. Generally on super bright days like this, I like to have a dark lure. Well, friends, no luck on catching, but we had great luck fishing. Cut me a little slack. You know, it's been many years since I was big into fishing, so even like I don't even have my waders anymore. I'll have to get new waders because the ones I got were already very much used. I used the heck out of them. It's getting very windy out, which makes it a little harder to cast in these overhung little creeks, but nevertheless, I had a great time on this adventure. I hope you guys did. With that being said, to the military men and women, past, present, future, thank you for your service. Thank you for my freedom. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye, friends.